HCEC-TV family, and welcome to historic downtown Vine Grove, Kentucky for the 2025 Veterans Day Parade. I'm Bryce Shoemate from Magnolia Bank, along with my lovely co-host.
Oh, partner in crime.
That's right, Kendra Stewart from Hardin County Chamber of Commerce, Director, CEO of Hardin County Chamber of Commerce.
All the things, yes. Glad to be here. This is our annual tradition to celebrate with the community of Vine Grove. They host the only Veterans Day Parade in Hardin County. And as you know, Hardin County is home to thousands and thousands of veterans. So it's wonderful to be here, to be a part of the celebration year after year. The weather's actually cooperating.
We've been really cold.
It has. It's been cold, it's been rainy, it's been dark. So today it's a little bit brighter. The parade comes right through downtown Vine Grove, loops around to Optimus Park, where there then will be a ceremony and a program for folks. And there'll be a great speaker. There'll be lots of patriotic events. So it's a wonderful day here, and we're always glad to be a part of it. So
stay tuned with us. And Kendra and I will go out and talk to some people as we go along today. And this morning we want to thank our veterans who are out there watching this show with us today. Thank you for your service. Thank you for keeping us safe, and thank you for keeping America free.
Amen. So here they come. Our Grand Marshals today will be the veterans from the Carl M. Brashear, my cousin. I'm very proud of that. Carl M. Brashear Veteran Center in Radcliffe, Kentucky. So we're excited to have them. But all of the veterans are Grand Marshals today. So you're going to see a lot of great veterans and veterans groups as they come through this parade lineup today. So
we're going to back up out of the way here
and let you enjoy.
Talk. Good morning.
And
how
of course,
are you?
The color guard always starts things off, and folks are on their feet saluting and with their hands on their hearts as they know. We are glad to have them here. They are from American Legion Post 113 in Elizabethtown.
Good morning.
And there's a great Army veteran, Miss Fraley. Glad to see her. Good morning, Chelsea Mansell, another great veteran. Not only are they veterans, but they work at the Veteran Center. They continue their service. And we are so thrilled. The Veterans Home is home to dozens of veterans from all the wars, including World War II. They have a couple of ladies there that are over 100 years old. Amazing testimony. So some are walking, some are riding, and some will be on this great van you see coming along.
This bus that's coming up right now, I know they've been in several parades in years past, Kendra.
They love a parade, and we love seeing them. We would not be here today without their selfless service and sacrifice. And they are looking good this morning. And we appreciate the staff that is also here bringing them and taking care of them day in and day out. They're looking good.
And I believe this is another van that's carrying several veterans from the Veterans Nursing Home as well.
I believe so. With the banner, we love our heroes. That is true. We honor our veterans. USA. We are so glad to see them. The windows are a little dark, but they're in there and they're waving to us as well. And passing out a little bit of candy.
And Kendra, in behind them is Don Cecil, and that go-kart looks like a helicopter. Don is a veteran of Vietnam War.
Coolest thing ever. Don is also
a former
postmaster and
How are you? Thank you for your service.
Committee. He helped chair that for many years. And that is the coolest little contraption ever.
I think it's supposed to be a little bit.
It's really run. I want to give a shout out to my son. He is currently serving at Fort Drum, and he is an Apache helicopter repair pilot. I'm sorry, Apache helicopter repairman, mechanic. So we are excited and proud of him as well. Someday he'll be a veteran in this parade.
Kendra, there's actually a group around that refurbishes and rebuilds older military vehicles, and I believe this is part of that group that's coming through here from Patton Museum.
Yes, very cool.
You say Fort Knox.
I said Patton Museum.
Mr. Bob Woosley, he is a Vietnam veteran, and we appreciate his service. And again, the historical vehicles, they are great. That is Bertha, the replica there. And you'll see lots of cool military vehicles.
I believe we've got one coming up from VFW possibly, or American Legion 1, I can't tell.
I believe so. And we encourage folks, there's a lot of great things to see in our community. One of them at the Veterans Nature Park in Elizabethtown is the replica Vietnam wall at the memorial. It is
That's going to be a
it is
VFW.
amazing, and again, it was the efforts
You're
of
going to
many
get your
veterans
exercise
who
in today.
made that possible. So go out there and see that. There's some statues as well. You can also visit the Veterans Cemetery, where there's a 9/11 memorial, a Golden Star Family Memorial. So lots of Vietnam or veteran tributes across our county, from Upton to West Point. Thank you so much. We get pelted with candy every year.
So, and the unfortunate thing is I ate some of it.
I know, me too. Halloween is coming on, but we still get candy.
Good morning.
Mr. Alonzo Aaron, I attend church with him. Thank you, Mr. Aaron, for being here. He's with the Military Order of the Purple Heart. And I bet Hardin County probably has more Purple Heart veterans than any other county in the state.
I would bet you
I
are
would stake
correct.
my life on that. Just saying.
You know, Kendra, this parade got started many years ago. Good morning.
Mr. Lyons there with the NAV vets, the Buffalo Soldiers.
This got started several years ago when then Donovan Smith was mayor and Mr. Gass was in VFW, and they started this parade years ago, and Mayor Smith passed away earlier this week. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for your service. So glad to see them. All of our friends from the Military Order of the Purple Heart. And then it's going to get loud here as those motorcycles come
motorcycle
rolling
group
through.
that we have coming through is going to be loud, folks.
We appreciate them. And they are. And I like a couple of them got their own camera so they can video the parade from their perspective. So that is pretty darn cool. They always sound good.
That group is the Combat Vets Association.
And they do a lot of great work in our community. They fundraise. They were engaged with Parade for Heroes for many years. They support Toys for Tots. They do a lot of great things. And I see my friend Tom there and Sue Ann. Thank you for your service. It's great when groups continue to serve after they retire from their service with the military. There's some cool looking trikes.
That gentleman might be a Marine if you can hear the music in the background.
Oh, he was playing the Marine theme song.
That's
Good.
right.
We do get all the branches represented, that's for sure. And again, as we said, folks will continue on to Optimus Park for a full program.
You think we'll see any Space Force?
I don't know if there'll be any Space Force. I know there's one or two folks from this community that actually joined the Space Force. So maybe at some point.
And, you know, just like any parade, you know, we always get a little bit of a lull where we get kind of backed up, and so that's what's going on right now. But in the background, you can see Vine Grove Fire Department coming up, and Vine Grove Fire Department, as usual, is probably carrying most of the city council members, I would bet.
I
Kendra.
would bet, yes. And they stay busy, obviously, with the holiday season. They escort Santa around town. They do the trunk or treat.
It's a group of young people
Look
going
at
through
them,
right
looking
now.
great. Teach them young, yeah, remember and honor. We appreciate them, and you are correct. So I see Mayor Richard Cerisi from the great city of West Point, which is in Hardin County. Yes, we're getting pelted with candy again. And Mayor Ogden and Judge
Mayor, how are
and
you?
Megan Tall. Good morning. Y'all be careful up there. Making me nervous. Hold on tight. And there's someone on the other side, but I can't see. So it's possibly, maybe it was Mayor Duvall and Mayor Gregory.
Ogden's on the other side
Yes.
there.
And there's someone in front of her on the other side. I just saw legs. I don't know who
It is Mayor Duvall.
Okay, I thought Mayor Duvall. Well, he was just out of sight. Good morning. Good morning. There's Miss Selena Hudson from Vine Grove City Council.
We got North Arden's ROTC
Here
coming up,
they come.
Kendra.
I always love to see a JROTC
You know what?
unit.
That is Jeff Gregory and Mayor
Jay
Duvall.
Ball.
on the
I knew
other
I saw
side.
legs. We just couldn't see their heads. So that's great to have all the mayors on one float there.
Bravo, second platoon. Bravo, second platoon. Don't worry about being alone. Don't worry about being alone. Third platoon will bring you home. Third platoon will bring you home. Bravo, third platoon. Bravo.
Sandra Downard was very instrumental in the community for doing so many things and
Yes.
volunteering. And so that's her son that is showing a memorial there for her this morning.
That is a lovely tribute. I knew Miss Sandra very well, and she did. She had a heart of gold and did so much in the community. So she is deeply missed, but never forgotten. So we appreciate her son being here. That's a lovely tribute.
Vine Grove Fire Department coming up with their utility truck and brush truck there.
Yeah, and I
Good
know
morning.
there's been some fundraisers to help the Vine Grove Fire Department to replace the decorations and some of the things that they lost in the fire. So I'm sure it's not too late if people want to support that.
Elizabethtown High School JROTC, that's a first this year for
It is.
seeing them in
I
this
believe
parade.
they're fairly new
Awesome.
to E-Town High School. So it is nice to see that it's expanded to all of our high schools.
Say that in the army, the coffee's mighty hot.
You know, that cadence, a lot of times when you're running and you can sing that cadence, it helps your airflow and
Yes.
breathing. A lot of people don't realize
shouted out a
that.
cadence or two in your day, haven't you, sir?
Well, when we were over at Bluegrass Challenge Academy, yes.
Heck yeah, there's
The
a
Civil Air Patrol, which a lot of people don't know that has been at Fort Knox for many, many years.
yes, people forget about that, and they do amazing work. And they have their own Heartland Composite Squadron. That's youth here, part of that Civil Air Patrol. That is a U.S. Air Force auxiliary unit. And people often think because we're Fort Knox, everything is just Army. But
Right.
guess what?
That's-
We have all the branches,
That's
except maybe
right.
Coast Guard, that are here, that train and visit and do all the things. So we're glad to have them here.
Well, actually, Coast Guard's on the Ohio River.
This is true.
So,
That's part of our great benefit of being at Vine Grove or at Fort Knox. We've got riverfront. Nice to see you. Good morning. Thank you for your service.
Hardin County Democrats float coming up here.
The Big Rooster. As everyone knows, next year is an election year, so folks,
And-
if you are not registered to vote, get registered to vote.
And Kendra, we will be giving live coverage that night.
That's right.
So
I
it'll
forget
be
we do that too, don't we?
the two of us doing live coverage election night. So stay tuned to Hardin County Education and Community TV while we bring you so many things that go on throughout our great community.
Yes, we
Good
do.
morning.
Good morning. Nice to see you. Just once, I wish that rooster would cock-a-doodle-doo. That would be so cool. We will. We will be doing live election coverage, and as you always say,
We may not be the fastest, but we'll be the most active.
that's right. Ta-da. That's how we roll.
Kenny Muse, the magistrate here for this district, for Hardin County.
representing. He's from Vine Grove. And
Good
he is,
morning, Kenny.
walking the streets. Doing
Good.
great. Nice to see you. And our good friends from Sicilian Bank always have music coming from the truck, which I love. And they're playing this song that makes me cry.
And participate in
They
absolutely
do
everything that
yes, they
throughout
just
the-
sponsored the Chamber's Community Partnership Dinner that we held right here at the venue on Main a couple weeks ago, and they came out in full force. They were
Looks like
great.
we've got a contingent here for Daniel Cameron,
Daniel Cameron,
who's running for
home
U.S. Senate
Yes.
since
There's his mom.
Senator McConnell is retiring. Good
He's
morning.
raised right here in our community.
And that's Daniel's mama there.
It is Miss Sandra right there. And more candy. And then here comes Miss Toshi Merle, Radcliffe,
Toshi running for Radcliffe
City
Mayor.
Council member and running for Radcliffe Mayor with her daughters, fans, friends, whole gang. More candy.
How come Duval isn't running for mayor this year?
Toshi.
Yes, Mayor Duval is not running for mayor because he is running for Hardin County Judge Executive, so that opens up and several candidates have already filed for many of the offices.
Oh my gosh, evidently it was a busy time in
Yes.
Brian Smith's office this week.
Yes,
so.
including Brian Smith, the clerk,
Yes.
running for re-election. So yes, there were lots of folks that came.
So y'all are seeing trucks for Willie Oden, who's running for sheriff.
Running for sheriff. So we have all the offices will be open next year. So there's going to be a lot of candidates. We'll be busy that night because we'll have our county
and
offices.
I think I don't want to say contentious, but I think there's going to be several races that will be well sought after. I think that's a good way to put it.
That is a very nice way to put it, yes. Highly competitive.
Yeah.
There are a lot of folks that want to get out and want to serve, and we appreciate all of them because it's tough running for office for one, two, it's tough serving in office. So, good morning. Thank you for your service.
Chasing girls and burning gas. Then one day you wake up, you're tossing up in cabs.
Good morning. So yes, that's why we tell folks, get registered to make sure you're aware of all the different offices that will be open on all the different levels.
Here comes Matt Deneen in his daddy's truck.
Yes, we miss Mr. Deneen, who is also a veteran.
And a state senator for this area.
Yes, he is, representing the 10th District. And that is a great classic Chevy. Good morning. Next we have Miss Michelle Mitchell. She is also a member of the Radcliffe City Council, and she has also declared her run for mayor.
I mean, they've got
Radcliffe.
four
already, and probably more to come because the filing just opened. So we expect there will be more. Like you said, get ready, folks. So I encourage folks, get educated, attend those forums, get to know. And of course, people will be knocking on your doors, asking for your vote and asking for your
But you know, it's funny, they don't do that quite as much as they used to, you know, back in the day. They always talked about if you were running for office, you wore out a pair of shoes. Look at this!
The Radcliffe Rotary Club, the Vietnam veteran and a member of the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame, none other than Charlie Fraley. We are so glad to see him. He is representing the Radcliffe Rotary Club. And lovely Miss Carolyn with him, his lovely bride, Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. So glad to see you all. Hello, Mr. Bill, nice to see you as well. Glad you're here.
He is Mr. Radcliffe.
Whenever you'll have me. He is Mr. Radcliffe.
Domino's Pizza.
We can only hope they're passing out pizza.
Yay!
We've got little cute cups of things. How cute. Well, there you go. We appreciate Domino's.
I'm watching those Reese's peanut butter cups down there, and I'm watching how people are getting so close to almost walking on them because when this race done, I'm going to snatch those up.
That's right. We'll get them.
Brandenburg Telephone Company, always
involved. They are so active and engaged in our community, celebrating 75 years this year, and they do not miss a parade or a community event. They are fantastic, and we appreciate their sponsorship.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, check out Texas Roadhouse. If they're only throwing out some rolls.
I was going to say the best rolls there is.
I will tell
cinnamon butter.
Oh, they stopped by our office last week with a big pan of those rolls and the butter just because, and we love them for it.
Guess what they've got?
They've got rolls. They heard our cry.
And they're warm.
They're warm? Oh my goodness. Woo, thank you.
Here we were talking about it on air and you delivered.
I know. They heard our plea.
Cafe at Lincoln Trail Golf Course.
If you have not eaten there, it is so good. And she does that buffet. You talk about a ton of food on a buffet for like $12. You can fill up. It is delicious.
North Hardin Lions Club.
We're glad to see them. Good morning, Mr. Lee. How are you?
And thank you for your service.
Yes, in and out of uniform. He served for many, many years with the JROTC, representing the entire region and coordinating their events. And we are thrilled to have him, another great veteran.
Boy Scouts of America.
Always glad to see the Scouts.
From the Radcliffe area.
They are looking good this morning, and they go, as you see, all the way from little bitties, like 6 years old, all the way up to high school. So.
And I'm standing here eating my roll. Yes, it's good.
It's not good without the butter, but they are so yummy. We appreciate Texas Roadhouse. That's genius marketing for them.
Look at the Corvette.
Oh, you know I love a Corvette. My dad had a 75, then a 77. My sister is the now proud owner of that 77 Corvette, fully refurbished. And so we are big fans of the Corvettes.
My Corvette turned into a mother-in-law suite.
I'm sorry. Here's our friend Big Josh, another one who never misses a parade. We are so glad to see him.
Good morning, my
We
brother.
appreciate
How
you,
are
Big
you?
Josh.
Big Josh running for Hardin County
Doing
Jailer.
great. Thanks for all you do.
Running for re-election, baby.
That's
Okay,
right. And,
he is
and
running
you know,
for re-election.
Big Josh's
You heard him here.
crew is all over Hardin County, constantly working. That saves the taxpayers lots and lots of money every year by doing all kinds of refurbished jobs.
You're not
all over
kidding.
the
And
county.
he was elected Jailer of the Year.
Malibu Jack's indoor theme park.
Yes, if you've not been there, oh, that's a big
Oh,
second
wow.
game. Oh my God, and a football. They raided the claw machine. So they have got all kinds of great things at
Jacob
Malibu Jack's.
Pearman.
If you've not been, it's
How are
entertainment
you
for little
this
people
morning?
all the way up to adults. You'll enjoy it. We are glad to see Mr. Jacob Pearman. Great looking Corvette there. The Corvette Club, they are so cool. They've got some good
love it.
looking vehicles, looking good.
Good morning.
Good morning. They're so pretty. I don't know, well, do you think that Darren Loxton from Wilson Muir Bank will be here with his Corvette? He is a Corvette enthusiast.
You gotta wonder.
I would think so. It's right outside his front door. Let's see. But these are beautiful. And I love that we'll see them again at the Christmas parade that you and I will also MC.
Of course, his father-in-law was leading the pack there.
Yes. So maybe.
Speaking of which,
Good morning.
folks, December the 5th, I believe it is.
5th or 6th.
That
First Friday.
Saturday, is it
First-
Friday or
First
Yeah,
Friday
Friday.
in December. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Thank you for your service. Will be the Christmas parade in downtown Elizabethtown, and it's a great parade.
And
It freezes
November-
every year, but it's worth it.
November 22nd is the Christmas parade in Hodgenville this year.
Awesome.
And that is a great time
We're
to
gonna
be
have
on
to
the
be there.
square.
Yeah, I love when they light up the square. It's so beautiful. So beautiful.
You know, pay attention while you're driving.
More candy, that's the way to get
Do
it.
I want to buy it? Yes. Can I buy it? No.
No.
Yeah. My Corvette got turned into a mother-in-law suite. Good morning.
Good morning. Maybe you can get you another Mustang.
Maybe.
We're still
Hey,
the Mustang
there we
Club.
go.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we'll do. And we love seeing our co-chair Shriners.
Good morning.
We appreciate them being here with Big
Yeah,
Fez
the
hat.
Shriners, the Fez, the Steve Johnson's.
One of these days we'll get them back with the funny cars. That's my favorite. They don't bring those out as much anymore, they
Good
say.
morning.
But we're glad to have them and appreciate all that the Shriners do. They work so hard in this community and take care of so many children.
Steve Johnson, also a Hodgenville City Councilman.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
Harold's Auto Service.
Another classic Chevy
Oh my
there.
gosh. How are you, my friend?
Good
Tell
morning.
you what, driving that truck.
She's pretty.
He would have loved it.
Looking good, looking good. And we have
Peyton Griffey.
He is our state representative. He covers all of Bullitt County and just a sliver of Hardin County, but he is here in the community quite often. Good morning, Representative Griffey. And he is running for re-election, so we
I
are
guess
glad
I
to
don't
see
even know him.
He is so young that people think when he's at the Capitol that he is a page. He said he's been asked
Wow.
many times. Good morning. Here comes the Hardin County
Smith.
Clerk, Brian Smith.
We were just
Brian D.
talking
Smith,
about
team.
you.
We were talking you up, man. That's
We
right.
were just talking about how busy you were this past week, Brian, with all these people filing.
Local filings are coming in.
And you filing for re-election as well.
That's right.
So,
So you can check
Yeah.
out our Facebook page or our website, find out who's running in your community.
hey,
And if you're
Brianna,
not
I
registered to
understand
vote, get
why you
registered
make
to
Chris
vote.
Lee walk.
He has been pelted with candy this entire parade.
Good, buddy. How are
Great
you?
to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Kenneth Randall with Aries Tax Service. If you don't know the face, you know his
Now,
commercials. They're
what-
always great.
This is
I see this guy all over town. He's so awesome. I wish I could do that. The balance. It's amazing. He is here supporting Representative Nancy Tate. She
Very
also
good.
represents Meade County and a portion of Hardin County.
Right.
Very engaged and active state representative, and she is running for re-election. So,
And you know, when they
believe-
divided up all those areas, this area gets kind of crossed with 4 different people, I
we
believe.
do,
it is.
yes. We have got several different representatives. So, Hardin County
Good
is
morning.
well heard in Frankfurt. There she is.
Good, how are
morning.
you?
Great to see you. Thank you for the service. And we have the Hamburglar.
Good morning.
We love the McDonald's truck. He's got all the characters on
Yeah,
there. Super
absolutely.
cool. He may need to throw out some hamburgers, just saying. More candy. Everyone knows that we love candy.
Just for you, baby.
Good morning.
What do you want?
So we
Thank
appreciate
you.
folks that are
good,
so
man.
generous.
How's kids?
Good.
And this has been a great parade. There's a little bit more to come. You know, of course, we see the horses that we're getting near the end. Our bands were not able to be with us today because I believe they're all competing or done for the season. But it's been a fantastic parade, and my favorite part are these four-legged beauties. So, and I'm always amazed at how well behaved the horses are, how they are not affected by the noise, the lights, all the things.
It worried me when I heard the dogs. I was like, okay.
They see another dog walking in the parade and they're thinking, hey, why aren't we out there? Yes, these are beautiful, beautiful horses. We're glad that they are here with us today. It's not a parade until you have
Good morning.
horses. Looking good, looking good. Yes, and he knows it. He is shaking his head yes. And then look at these patriotic beauties. I love. They're all decorated up. Braids in their tails, stars, glitter, all of it. These are the diva horses, and they're beautiful. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I think the
And
horses
those
know they
ladies
look
are
good.
also part of the Combat Veterans Association.
Fantastic.
And then in all the parades that have been throughout the county, we see the Kentucky Hardened Riders.
Yes, the Hard Riders come. They are fantastic. Straight stepping, I call their leader the OG because he is. He really is.
He really is.
He is a veteran and a wonderful horse trainer. And they always look good.
Thank you for your service.
Look at those beautiful horses, and they do. They're high stepping. They know exactly what to do. So well trained.
Kendra, what a wonderful group we've seen this morning, and so many veterans throughout the community. It's good to see that so many are able to not only get out but participate in community activities over the years.
You're not kidding. This is a huge deal for them. And this is something that I think we all look forward to every single year, the veterans, those in our community, because as we said, it's the only Veterans Day parade in our community. And if we don't come out and celebrate them, these traditions will be forgotten. So we appreciate their service, their sacrifice.
And there goes our fire chief, Mr. Haddle.
He stays busy. And of course, we know the sirens always wrap up a great parade. So
Yes.
We appreciate Chief and his team, and the Vine Grove Police Department, which I feel like
all the
has
way down
grown.
through there. Yes.
And they are wrapping up this parade. As we said, they will take the
Hello,
parade
Chief
all the way
Haddle.
over to Optimus Park.
Good. How are you?
Thank you for your service.
I'm going down to sit down at the service here in a few minutes.
And we appreciate them having their lights on, but not the sirens. Because sometimes it gets a little bit loud.
Yes, it does get a little loud. You're
rev
right.
those up there at the
Yes.
end, but we appreciate all that they do. They work so hard. Our uniformed heroes, we appreciate them very, very much. And there's
Yes,
gonna
very
be,
special.
They really, really are. Vine Grove is special to all of us. Wonderful community. I know folks have always called it Mayberry, and to me that is a wonderful compliment.
And actually, where I started my law enforcement career was in Vine Grove Police Department as a part-time police officer back when I still owned the landscape business.
Yay!
Well, Kendra,
Look at you now.
yeah, that wraps
the
up our
foundation.
parade. Thank you all for joining us here on Hardin County and Education Community TV as we try to bring you so many events that are going on throughout this county that we love and live in. So, Kendra, thank you so much for
Thank
this
you,
morning.
Fred. This is always wonderful. It's a great treat. Of course, the parade will continue on into the program, and so there's lots more to come for you, but we appreciate you tuning in and giving us this time of your day to participate and enjoy this wonderful parade. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. It's great to see so many faces and friends and folks that we love and folks that love this community. So
stay tuned with us. Kendra and I will be at the Christmas parade in downtown Elizabethtown, December the 5th, I believe it is. And if you're looking for starting the holiday season, the Christmas season early, November 22nd, in downtown Hodgenville for their Christmas parade. And there'll be all kinds of light up downtown Hodgenville, just like there'll be light up Elizabethtown, and there'll be all kinds of food trucks and festivities going on. So please stay tuned as we try to bring you what's going on throughout this big community that we love.
Yes, lots of great holiday events coming forth. 'Tis the season. It's here. The most wonderful time of the year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And stay with us because, you know, with Hardin County Education Community TV, we also bring you, to you what's going on in your students' life in the Hardin County school system. Thank you for joining us. Kendra, always a pleasure.
It was my pleasure as well. Thank you, friend. We will see you all next time. Hope you have a wonderful day and a happy Veterans Day.
And Merry Christmas.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving. All the things.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 27th Annual Hardin County Veterans Day Ceremony. If you would all please stand for the invocation, national anthem, and the posting of colors. Color Sergeant, mass the colors. And now we'll have our invocation by Chaplain Byron Simmons.
Let us pray. Almighty God, as we gather for this massing of the flag ceremony on this crisp autumn morning, may we not hesitate to acknowledge your grace and your provision that has sustained us as a country, as a people, and as a force for good, not only for America, for people around this globe for 250 years. Thank you, O God, for your sovereignty in granting democracy and freedom to those who would choose to claim it. May we do so boldly and without apology. Bless this ceremony today and all who participate. May the flags continue to fly high and free, symbols of what can be through the combined efforts of those who truly yearn to be free. Amen. Amen.
Color Sergeant, bring the colors to present arms. Janiyah?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
Now Caleb Collins of Boy Scout Troop 295 will lead us in the pledge.
Will everyone please remove all non-religious headgear and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Color Sergeant, bring the colors to order arms, dismount the colors, and stand at ease. Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming today. I want to take a moment to introduce our distinguished guests today. We're proud to have a good number today. First, Judge Executive of Hardin County, Keith Taub, and his wife, Megan. Senator Matt Deneen, Mayor Pam Ogden of Vine Grove, Mayor Jeff Gregory of Elizabethtown, Mayor J.J. Duval of Radcliffe, Mayor Rich Cesari of West Point, Magistrate Kenny Muse, and City Council members Kathy Sisko, Toshi Morrell, and Selena Hudson. Let's give them a round of applause. I forgot Mary Dunn, sorry. Okay, our mayor would now like to say something to us. Pam.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. Today we honor Donovan Smith, the man who first created the Veterans Day Parade and the program that followed. He believed our community should always set aside time to proudly thank our veterans for their service and sacrifice. Though he is no longer with us, his legacy continues with every parade we hold and every flag we raise. We are grateful for his vision and carry it forward in his memory. Please keep his family in your prayers.
Now I want to thank those who helped make this possible. First, the Military Order of World Wars, who put together the massing of the colors. Our Mason Lodge number 603, the North Hardin Lions Club, and also let's give a round of applause to the City of Vine Grove that has done this event for 27 years. At this time, I'd like to present Brigadier General Dave Estes, commander of the Fort Knox chapter of the Military Order of the World Wars, who will talk to us about the massing of the colors. Dave.
Thanks. First, before I get serious, I want to have a little levity. That's stretching the truth, calling that the massing of the colors, and that's the youngest and oldest color guard. So just know we're trying to set a record for that. Now I'll try to be serious. The Fort Knox, so I want to thank the organizers of this tribute for veterans for letting us join the patriotic surroundings. We've been doing this for years. The preamble of our order states that we shall inculcate and simulate love of our country and flag and promote the further patriotic education in our nation. Finally, it states that we need to transmit all these ideals to posterity under God and for our country. There could be a better setting this time to honor our colors as there is, and in conjunction with this Veteran Day Parade and ceremony that recognizes those who have served to protect the flag. By way of history, and this will be quick, the massing originated with the Society of the Massing of the Colors that was organized on Armistice Day 1922 by distinguished military officers, veterans, and civic leaders. Let me point out real quick, this order was founded in 1919 by General Blackjack Pershing, who, if you know, was the commander of the American Expeditionary Force. So that's when we started in 1919. I should have put that in context before I talked about the 1922, but so that's where we came from. The massing of the colors is a patriotic ceremony intended to rededicate our faith in the colors of the United States, to present our support of those colors, and to salute the servicemen and women whose those colors represent. It traditionally combines colors and color guards of active and reserve components, veterans, civic and patriotic organizations, JROTC, and Boy and Girl Scout elements. The MOWW is educated of our patriotism, has an 11 flag presentation that shows the evolution of the American flag as a function of the growth of our country. Today, in addition to the stars and stripes you see before you, we want to recognize one flag in particular that has a special meaning to you. Understand that no flag becomes obsolete and is entitled to the same respect shown as our current flag. So the first flag, please.
First flag.
I always like to show this flag because it's an oddity. It's got 15 stripes, and the reason I like to talk about it here is that 15th stripe represents the state of Kentucky because we were the 15th state to join the Union. And actually, we joined the Union in 1792, and if you didn't know, we used to be a county of Virginia until 1792 when we became the 15th state. The 14th state was Vermont, so it's the original 13 colonies, Vermont, and then Kentucky's that last stripe. Try to imagine what that flag would look like if we'd added a stripe for every state. So I think they figured that actually doesn't look bad. It's kind of symmetric, but it's a good thing they changed back to the original 13. I mean, that's the flag that also flew in Baltimore Harbor at Fort McHenry. Let's see. Okay, another flag. Next flag, please. Another flag from our flag set is the 28-star flag, or the Texas flag, and it's kind of an oddity also. It is one of the most unusual, with 4 rows. Wait till it gets out here for you, sorry. It has four rows of 7 flags. We're used to seeing the mixed rows. That's kind of an unusual flag, just it's got a perfect shape with the stars. That flag came about in 1846 when Texas joined the Union. It only lasted about a year and a half because shortly after that Iowa and California joined, so it was a very short-lived flag. Last year I talked about the 49-star flag, which was when Alaska joined. It was less than a year because Hawaii joined within a year or so. That's probably the second shortest flag life we've had in this country. Sorry. I got lost. Sorry. I really got lost. Okay. So I got lost because I got to the end and I was forgetful about that. So now I'm going to have the chaplain come up and he's going to bless our colors. Thank you.
If you are able, would you please stand as we ask God for his blessings upon these flags? Holy God, who rules over all, today we are reminded of the services and the sacrifices provided by men and women who have served this country. Blood, toil, and tears have been shed for these flags. Flags are symbols we hold near to our hearts. When we see them, we remember these sacrifices throughout American generations, from the Revolution to Iraq, Afghanistan, and beyond. We are moved from within our souls, and we are stirred to never, ever forget. We pray, oh God, that you bless these flags so that they will continue to remind us of the sacrifices made yesterday, today, and tomorrow on behalf of this country, our great America, and that they continue to rally us to the hope for promises that this country continues. We thank you for the thousands of men and women who served well and who are represented by under this distinct and honorable colors, which carry memories of service. They bond our veterans together for community service, proud of serving their nation, and the brotherhood of arms. Intertwined within this familiarity of circumstances and travail, we are brothers and sisters united. For it is in your name, which is above all names, that we ask this blessing, believing, O God, that it will be. In thy name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Be seated.
Okay, also a couple more distinguished visitors we ought to note. Nancy Tate is somewhere out here. Nancy, if you would sort of raise your arms. Here she is, and Terry Owens, right next to Nancy. How are you doing? Okay, This is a time in this event when we normally have a keynote speaker, traditionally a senior officer or non-commissioned officer for Fort Knox. But as you know, the government's been shut down and a legal decision was made that Knox could not support this event, so you get me. Now, I am certainly the second team, but I can speak with some authority about veterans. I did 29 years in the Army, and then I did another 14 years working for the Army. So what I would like to tell you about today is some stories about what some veterans have done and sacrificed, but don't worry, none of those stories will be about me, and I won't be very long. My first vignette is about a man named Bill Carney. Sergeant Major Carney in 1863 was standing with his battalion commander as they prepared to assault against a very strong enemy position. His unit had seen some combat, but this would be the first real test. The battalion crossed the line of departure at dusk, and Carney moved forward with the command group. They pressed forward under artillery fire that caused significant casualties. They reached an earthen berm and passed over it when they were hit by a massive fire that killed the battalion commander and most of the company commanders. Carney was stunned for a second. Then he saw the colors lying on the ground. He jumped forward, picked them up, and stood on the berm and waved the colors, rallying the rest of his unit. For his courage, Bill Carney would be one of the first winners of the Medal of Honor. My second is about two vets, one named Turner Turnbull, another named Bob Nyland. These are soldiers in the 82nd Airborne Division whose mission on June 6, 1944 was assigned the key crossroads town of Sainte-Mère-Église, a vital road junction controlling the exits from what was called Utah Beach in Normandy. The paratroopers were badly scattered and the drop and needed time to organize their defense. The 505th Parachute Infantry gathered together an ad hoc platoon under Lieutenant Turner Turnbull and dispatched it north of town to hold off the Germans long enough so the scattered paratroopers could be gathered. Turnbull was already a legend in the 505th Parachute Infantry, the best lieutenant in the regiment. Under his leadership, this young lieutenant, and tactical ability, his platoon held off 6 times their number of Germans all day. Turner was everywhere, inspiring the defense. By the end of the day, surrounded on 3 sides, it was time for the small force to withdraw. But the platoon needed a rear guard, and Private Julius Sebastian, Corporal Ray Smithson, and Sergeant Bob Nyland volunteered to stay behind to cover the withdrawal. Our country has never had trouble finding brave men when the chips were down. Covered by the efforts of these 3 brave men, the rest of the platoon escaped safely, but Sebastian and Smithson were wounded and captured, while Bob Nyland, the volunteer leader of the group, was killed. In war, sacrifices fall more heavily on some than others. Just a few miles away from Sainte-Mère-Église, Bob's brother was killed leading his platoon of the 8th Infantry Regiment ashore in the first wave of Omaha Beach. Also tragically that week, a 3rd Nyland brother was declared missing and presumed dead in far-off Burma. Many of you will recognize that this is a story dramatized by the movie Saving Private Ryan. My third story is about a guy named Julius Belcher. Sergeant Belcher went ashore on June 6, 1944 at Omaha Beach with C Company of the 2nd Ranger Battalion. C Company lost 37 of its 68 Rangers before it got across the landing sectors, indeed before they even fired a shot. A Company of the 116th Infantry Regiment, next to it, was all but annihilated, taking 96% casualties. It could have been a disaster, but Americans once again stepped forward. Belcher and his lieutenant found a crevice in the bluffs and worked their way forward. Belcher personally led the attack into the flank of the German position. He was one of many Americans who on that critical day stepped forward and did something extraordinary, something of world historical importance. Veterans Day, it's important to remember, is not about honoring our fallen. That is Memorial Day. Veterans Day honors all of our vets, and it's not just the combat heroes, but all of our veterans have made sacrifices and done things that most people don't. Practically all have endured repeated separations from loved ones. They have experienced danger, perhaps in combat, but certainly in training, which we all know is routinely hazardous. They have stood in the turret of an unheated tank as it road marched through a German countryside. They have been served dinner on paper plates in the outdoor chow line at 1 o'clock in the morning in the pouring rain. They have changed the engine in a vehicle under the desert sun so hot that you could literally fire an egg on that tank's fender. They have gone without sleep for 48 hours and continued to do their job for the best of their ability. They have moved as a family 10 or 15 times seen several different high schools, and glued back together a treasured trinket broken when packed carelessly by someone in a box by someone who couldn't even speak their language. They have all shouldered the awesome responsibility of being responsible for the training and well-being of other soldiers. But there's one more thing that I think we ought to do as we honor our vets. I think it's especially important these days. Bill Carney was an African American. Turner Turnbull was a Cherokee Indian. Julia Sebastian was a New York Jew from Brooklyn. And Bob Nyland was a farmer from Tonawanda, New York. These service members that made the routine sacrifices that I just described came from all over, all ethnicities, all walks of life. Our Army has always been that way. Now, I'm not here to talk about the wonders of diversity. Veterans know in the end all that stuff doesn't matter, really. What really matters is unity and cohesion, coming together for all different walks of life in all different places. I have one last short story about Jim Gresham from McLean County, Kentucky, just down the road here. Jim moved when he was a young boy across the river to Evansville, Indiana, where at the age of 16 he volunteered for service in the 16th U.S. Infantry Regiment. Jim was killed on November 3rd, 1917 in a trench raid and he was probably the first U.S. serviceman killed in the First World War. They brought Jim's body back to Evansville down the road here in 1921. Like today, 1921 was a year of political turmoil in the U.S. There were political fights over the economy, immigration, and foreign policy. But when Jim's body was buried at the local Locust Hill Cemetery in Evansville, 20,000 people showed up. All as one to honor him. Let's do that today. Let's come forward together to honor our vets. Let's forget our differences and remember what brings us together really is the love of our country. So have a great Veterans Day. And now, as become traditional, we're going to hear some songs by the Heartland Phillies.
God bless America, land
Hear my proud voice. I pledge thee my allegiance, America, the bold, for this is my country to have and to hold, to have and to hold. I am proud to live in America. God bless the USA. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again from the beginning of my life, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land, love this land. God bless the USA, the USA, the USA.
That was great, thank you. Okay, and as has become traditional at this ceremony, we're going to have now the Missing Man ceremony from the North Hardin Junior ROTC, led by Cadet Sergeant Major Emma Terry.
Can this company use your house to trial their radical?
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, the North Hardin High School Army Junior ROTC Honor Guard will now present the POW MIA Missing Man ceremony. This honor guard is commanded by Cadet Command Sergeant Major Emma Terry, and the members of this honor guard are Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Gabriel Mahadas, Cadet Major Joshua Wellman, Cadet Major Matthew Ratliff, Cadet First Sergeant Jadiel Gonzalez, Cadet Staff Sergeant Melanie Gonzalez, and I, Cadet Captain Alexa Deal. I have been given the privilege and honor of introducing and acknowledging this table. This table represents and pays tribute to all the prisoners of war, missing in action, and killed during all American involvement in her wars, including World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf, Operations Desert Storm, Enduring Freedom, Iraqi Freedom, and more. Many have looked at this table and wondered. Let me explain. This table, set for 5, symbolizes the frailty of all the prisoners against their oppressors. Remember, the tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of our country's call to arms. Remember, the single candle displayed in the center of the table is symbolic of the families of the loved ones who are kept waiting for the return, those so dear to them. Remember, the red ribbon, tied so prominently around the candle, represents the ribbon worn around the lapel and on the breast of the many thousands who bear witness to unyielding determination to demand a proper accounting of all of our missing and return of all Americans from foreign soil. Remember, the salt on the bread plate is symbolic of the tears of the families as they wait for those so dear to them. Remember, the lemon represents the bitterness of their fate. Remember, the glasses are inverted. They cannot toast with us this evening. Remember, the chairs are empty, for they are not here. Remember, all of you who served with them and called them brothers and sisters, you who depended on their might and strength, you who relied upon them. Remember, for surely they have not forgotten you.
The story must be told of valor and bold. So let them write it down in history. A young soldier cries for his comrades who died, fighting for a cause that they believe. But nobody's seen or heard a sound. There was no parade for them downtown. We found the last patrol standing by the wall of fallen heroes. We tell their mothers that their sons are marching in the sky. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud. Please tell them so they know. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud. The wounds will never heal, and the feelings that they feel left a scar for all the world to see. But the eagle always flies for the men who fought and died, and it flies for all eternity. But nobody's seen or heard a sound. There was no parade for them downtown. We found the last patrol standing by the wall of fallen heroes. We tell their fathers that their sons are marching in the sky. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud. Please tell them so they know. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud, standing by the wall of fallen Tell their parents that their sons are marching in the sky. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud. Please tell them so they know. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud.
We of the North Hardin High School Junior ROTC Honor Guard wish to thank all the military men and women who took up the call to serve and defend our great nation. May it always be remembered on this day that while all gave some gave all. Thank you.
Color Sergeant, bring the colors to attention, recover the colors, and present arms. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for taps. Play taps. Color Sergeant, bring the colors to order arms and retire the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. A couple things before you go. There's some food over here provided by Lee's Chicken. Also, don't forget the wreaths across America. We're still raising money for that. That will be December 13th. We'll lay all the wreaths on the cemetery. We still need to collect money for that. And if you have the chance this afternoon, get over to Ace Hardware in Radcliffe, down toward Elizabethtown, where they're having a fundraiser. And before we close, I'd like to say one thing. My life has taken me many places. I've had the opportunity to be involved in ceremonies in a lot of places, big ceremonies, international ceremonies, but nothing touches me like these kind of small town things. These are authentic. So thank you very much for coming and have a great day.